How to get past the guilt of divorce. Guilt is a very common emotion that most people feel at some point during or after their divorce. And that can be whether it's been initiated or not, because those who have initiated a divorce can feel guilty because they've changed their mind, because they've gone back on their marriage vows, because they're causing pain to their ex. Those who have found that they've been asked for a divorce or been told they're going to have a divorce can feel guilty because they feel they've done something wrong, because that has meant that love has been withdrawn from them, because they're not good enough, because they haven't done enough, said enough, or been enough in that relationship. Other people, even if they've had an amicable divorce or relatively amicable divorce, can still feel guilty because of the pain that is caused by divorce, not only between them, but also to friends and family and children if they've got children. Some people feel guilty because they feel they've chosen a bad mother or a bad father for their children. So it would seem that everybody is open to feeling guilty during or after a divorce. And yet guilt doesn't really serve any purpose. It just makes us feel bad. So why do we keep it? Well, I think one of the reasons that we keep it is because it's hard to see that it's the feelings behind guilt and the event that's triggered those feelings that lead on to guilt. By this, I mean, we may be having ideas that we need to look after other people, or we people please, basically, and we put other people before ourselves. And that guilt that comes from that drains our energy and also gets us into a situation where we're damned if we do and we're damned if we don't. For example, if you're in an unhappy relationship and you want to move out, you feel guilty for leaving, but you can also feel guilty for staying because you're not honoring yourself. You're not putting yourself first as what you feel you need for your life. What we have to do then is rise above what others think about us. It's not easy to do when we've been people pleasers for a long time in our lives, but we really need to value ourselves, value our worth, boost our self-esteem, and be confident in this world. And if we're caught up in the traps of what other people think, then we're not going to find it easy to move on and create the life that we want. So guilt can come from events that have triggered feelings of, for example, shame or failure or loss or powerlessness. And it's those feelings as well that we need to feel and let move through in order to get to the other side and feel that relief, that ease in the mind, because what we're looking for is a peace of mind, an ease in the mind. Of course, to do that, you've got to get to a position where you're actually prepared to let it go. And that can be, you can get caught in a loop where I deserve it, so I feel guilty, so I deserve it, I feel guilty. And you've got to break that cycle somehow. But also recognize that none of this, none of us live in isolation. Others have played their part as well. So you're not the only person involved in this situation. You can ask yourself, is there a lesson I need to learn here? And I know that sounds a bit teachery, but is there something that I could understand about myself better? Is there something I can take forward? Something maybe I would avoid doing again, or I could do a better way? In essence, what we can do is say, for example, if you're feeling guilty, is there something you can do about it? And if there is, and you can do it with integrity to yourself without going into people pleasing or doing things to help other people that really you don't want to do. If you can do something about the guilt that you're feeling, but remain and keep your own integrity intact, then do it. And when you've done it, then you can let it go. And if there isn't anything that you can do, then let it go anyway. Because being guilt-free means truly valuing yourself. And when you truly value yourself and you have good self-esteem and confidence, then you have more energy and more self-respect and love for yourself and to share with others. So that is how to get past the feelings of guilt after divorce.